Welcome to Superstitions, Traditions, and Definitions. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Carol.
And that's Ray.
Hey, Ray.
Hi, it's good to be here.
We're glad to have you back.
We are. Good times.
It's always fun.
It is always fun. And a lot has happened
What's
since
happened?
you were here
Oh my
last.
gosh.
Well, he's got a new book
Yes.
out.
Sweet.
He is no longer on YouTube. Tell us about that.
What
I want to
happened?
know about that.
So, the first time somebody hacked into my account and they posted up some bad videos, and I appealed it a few times. Nothing happened. They just shut it down. Took all my videos, and then the second time, because I posted some of the same videos, and because those videos were on a channel that got banned, my channel got banned again.
No kidding.
Lovely.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I knew you had
sucks.
said your channel was banned again, and I have seen some things on YouTube
It don't get banned.
that don't get banned. I can't imagine your stories. I mean,
Oh,
Yeah, it was a surprise for sure.
I
sounds
bet.
like
Yeah, it was. But it's opened up new doors, so yeah, we're
Right. And so now
just
you're
pushing
on
forward.
Rumble
Yeah, Rumble and Patreon,
and
they're
Patreon.
both free.
Oh, good.
And then I'm also going to
ahead.
be joining you guys in the podcast area pretty soon.
Awesome.
We're getting on that audio through my stories, and we're getting that started.
That's exciting. And once that happens, you're going to be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, I'll be on at least Spotify, but hopefully all of them.
Awesome.
Great.
That's exciting.
Look what you
So-
did. You made little stair steps
I did.
here. It's so
I did.
cute.
I've got all of your books right here. So this is yours. That
Yeah,
is
that's my solo.
your solo book.
Yeah,
And then you've got 3 now, Tales from Deranged Minds, that are compilations with other authors.
right.
This is one.
Oh,
The
and
first
you got
one.
the updated one too.
I do have the updated one, yes.
Fancy.
I like that cover. That's the first time I've seen that cover. I like it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is. It's a nice cover.
Yeah, it is.
It's got the 4 authors on there. It looks good.
That does. Sharp.
This is the second one, the Valentine's.
Right,
One.
right.
Is it about Valentine's Day?
They
pre-
are-
It's we called it the Dark Love Edition. It's all just like dark love stories.
I only
And we'll be
say
doing-
that. I only say that because my oldest son is a Valentine's Day baby. So I
Oh,
thought
is it?
anything Valentine's, whether it's creepy and murder or whatever, it always gets my attention. Just-
Well, we have another one coming this Valentine's Day too.
Oh,
We're gonna do another one.
excellent.
And this one was around 4th of July or
Yeah,
Memorial.
around.
Over the summer, anyway.
We
Yeah.
tried to do it
What's
yeah,
wrong?
we had some issues with it, so it came out a little later
Yeah.
with the formatting and stuff. So
Right.
And our Carol has a story in here as
I
well.
do. We were just playing around with
a
this.
very good story.
Sorry.
It was a very good story too.
Thank you. Thank you.
I liked it. I got to edit, so
She did get to edit it. I
Gotcha.
always have somebody read it. And
Yeah. I got a sneak peek.
yeah.
That's always good.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is important.
And then you've got another one coming out for winter.
Well, yeah, we actually have 2 more coming out this
Yeah.
year. We're
Gonna
gonna
be
do one on Halloween.
Halloween,
Awesome.
and then because I've got stories in those too.
awesome. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna keep her coming back as long as she will.
Rock on. I guess that's hang loose. Rock on.
Whichever.
Either way.
Got to do it right. Got to do it right. No, yeah, I enjoy it. It's fun to write something relatively short, 6,000 words, and kick it out to Kristen and let her read it and
That's right.
make sure that it's up to par.
And the Dark Love edition and the Campfire Tales, your daughter contributed to as well, right?
Yes, she did. Yeah, those are the first 2 times she's ever put a story in a book. So
Awesome.
she did a couple. She did a couple for my YouTube channel, but yeah, this is her first time being published. So
Cool.
she was very, very excited. It was nice to see her face when she opened the book and saw her name in it. It was very exciting for
I
me to
bet
see
that
that.
was.
It's always a
Aw.
big deal, isn't it?
Yeah, it was
Yep.
more exciting to see her than it was for when I did it.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
How old is she?
She was 22,
Awesome.
23, 23.
23.
Youngster.
Yeah, she's just a kid.
Yep. Yeah, my son's 24, so
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. I'll be 25 on this next coming Valentine's Day, but
Well, she's a February baby too.
February what?
She's February 3rd.
February 3rd. My grandpa was a
Yeah.
February baby in there too. We got lots of February birthdays. It's awesome. I love February.
Yeah,
Aquarius.
that's a good one.
I'm partial to June. That's when my first baby was.
Yeah.
And my mom.
And your mom's.
Your first baby was in June?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Mine
but
too,
she's
actually.
19.
Yeah.
Oh.
My first boy was June 19th.
Okay, my daughter is June 13th. See, now
Nice.
my mother made me promise, me and my sister both, we had to promise her we would not make her a grandmother before she was 40.
Mm-hmm.
My sister didn't listen. She had her first baby in April. So 2 months before I had mine. Ainsley was born June 30th or June 13th. My mother turned 40 on June 11th. So 2 days later, I had Ainsley. So I'm like, I did it.
Yep. I held it.
I made sure
Thanks,
you
Mom.
were 40 first.
Yep. For 2 days.
You always got to listen to your mom.
Yep.
Yeah, my sister on the
Mom's
other, she
always
did.
right.
Yep. Do you have any more solo work that you're working on, or are you a compilation person now?
I'm actually I'll be releasing another solo one before the end of the year. It may be
Awesome.
Great.
so my 2-year anniversary for making videos will be in January, and I'm thinking I'm going to release a solo book for that, this 2-year celebration book.
Good.
I like it. How exciting.
If you want somebody to look at it before you publish it, I'd be happy to give it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Find all the
These
little
are
things. What's that?
on my channel, the holiday stories that I write.
Yeah.
It'll be a collection of those in a book.
Oh,
Oh,
excellent.
awesome. How exciting.
That is exciting.
So, and then, and you've got a podcast you're working on. Will it be?
Yeah, that should be. We're thinking in the next couple of months. We're just getting all the audio put together.
Awesome.
Right.
Well, so will it be stories like your Rumble and Patreon, or you've got something different in mind for it?
So at first it'll be that the Rumble and Patreon stories, but we're also going back on YouTube. But it's going to be different. It'll be different stories.
Awesome.
Will it be under
This will
a
be the
title?
start. The first one it's called The Book of Extinction.
Okay.
Oh.
And so it's where all my short stories are leading to, is
Gotcha.
2 different series and one of them.
Interesting.
Awesome.
No, that's good to get it out there.
Awesome. Yeah, you got good stuff coming up.
Indeed.
Exciting.
It is fun.
Yeah, it's going to be good. If I only had the time to do it all.
Right?
No kidding. Exactly.
Yeah, I understand that. Working full time and
Busy gals.
wanting.
Yeah, work gets in the way of everything fun.
It does.
It does.
wanting to make our hobbies more.
Yep.
I don't know why kids have to eat every day.
It's important.
They think they have to be fed every day.
I think they do too. Well, you feed mine. Okay. Drop them at my house.
All right.
They can hang out.
You would just help with that. I could focus more on other things besides work.
Okay. All right. Drop them on by.
What else you got going on?
Right now it's just those. We're just working on the podcast, and then so we got the Book of Extinction coming, and then the other one. So these will be. They won't be short stories anymore. They'll be. It's gonna. These short stories that I write now are backstories of characters that are going to be in this series.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
This is all set up for everything else. But I'll have that one. I'm gonna do two at the same time. One's called the Book of Extinction. The other's called the Book of Discovery. And it's so there'll be two series. They're same. They're kind of the same story, but it's hard to explain. They're the same story, but just in two different books in two different worlds. So
Oh, wow.
a better way to say it is they're trying to achieve the same goal, but in two different worlds is more what it's like. That's a better way to explain it.
Gotcha. Are you an outliner? Or do you
I'm
just
not.
write? I'm not either. I can't do it.
Yeah, I can't. I've tried plotting everything out, and I feel restricted.
I don't think
yeah,
of it while when I'm typing it down, I have better ideas come to me than trying to sit there. I mean, and I know a lot of people do. I just can't do it.
Yeah, that makes it much harder for me.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I know there's people that need to do it, and that's the best way for them to write. But I've tried it, and that's tough. That's tough.
No, I mean, I could outline a book report for you all day, but I just can't outline things that don't exist yet.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I feel like it kind of takes away a little bit of my creativity.
Definitely.
I just like
I feel the same way. Oh, I feel
I just like to let it go. And it's fun that way too, because then people I know will be like, well, do you know what's going to happen then? And I'm like, I don't really know yet. No. I'll figure it out when we get there.
I usually know where I want my book to end, but I have to have the beginning and then I have the end, and I have to just fill the guts in with whatever I find.
Yeah, I'm with you. I have a general idea of what's going on, but it's very fluid. It could change at any time.
Yeah, that's what's awesome.
One of my characters can do something crazy, and all of a sudden the story goes a completely different way.
Right. How many authors do you have for the next compilation?
The next one will be 12, I believe. Okay. Cool. We might have actually just lost one that was in the Campfire Tales DJ.
Okay.
He had some issues come up, but hopefully we'll have him. But if not, he'll be back in later ones.
Okay.
And then for the Christmas one, we have 15.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of crazy. The first one we released on Halloween last year is the one with 4.
Right.
And then the one we released a year later is going to have 12. So
that's awesome.
It's pretty crazy to watch it grow like that. It's very.
Are you looking for more writers? Yeah. Are you sticking with what you got? Or you are looking for more?
The plan is I want to get like a good core group, and then say you're with us in all of our books, but then you need to take a book off to work on something of your own.
Right.
And then that you can skip the book, and we'll try to get another author to come in and do it that way. So that way there's no pressure for everybody to be in the series, but they'll always be welcome back in.
Right. Oh, that's nice.
Because that's why we're actually doing the second Valentine's one, is because I believe the way you pronounce his name is Jason Legois. It's the Liegois. But when we were doing the first one, he had to move suddenly. And so he wasn't able to finish the story. Okay. So we're going to do the second Dark Love one so he can put the rest of his story in there.
Gotcha.
So that way we make sure his whole story gets told.
Very good.
That's important.
So, yeah,
everybody needs their story told.
Yes.
Their whole
I
story.
agree.
Yes.
I would feel terrible if he only had half a story. I
Right.
wouldn't be able to. That would be rough for me to think about all the time.
Right.
For sure.
Right. And
But the good thing now is I think I got all our formatting down. So,
Oh, good.
Carol, no more issues going forward.
No more what?
We got no more issues moving forward.
Oh, with
We
my
got
long
your
last
name.
name.
We got your name, right? We're
Yeah.
good.
Yes, I know. I've been married twice. I've got kids with 2 different last names, so I use both names. It's my legal name. I kept my former married name and my second married name, but like I said, my oldest is Sable and my twins are Blodgett, so I kind of represent.
I've actually been wondering how to say your last name, so it's Blodgett.
It's like bludgeon, but not as pretty. That's what I always say. It's my husband's fault. I was a Bailey. That was my maiden name was Bailey. Everybody can say that.
Yeah.
Blodgett or Blodgett.
Well, the good thing was that your name wasn't the only issue I had with the cover, so
Oh no,
we were fixing it anyway, so
okay.
it wasn't a big deal. Yeah, we already had something else we had to work on that. So
Good. Yeah, that's the name I write under. So no, I get you.
It was just a little fix.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
And,
oh shit! I'm so sorry.
But we got all the formatting down, so.
Oh, good. Good deal.
And your wife, Brandy, she does the cover art, right? Still?
She did for the first 2, and then, she did part of so the picture was actually drawn by a good friend of mine. Her name's Caitlin.
Oh,
she drew the campaign, and then my wife goes in and and then she like darkens it up and she put all our names on it, and then put the smoke put the smoke behind it. So they work together. So
awesome. Yeah, it's very pretty. It's a good cover.
Yeah, I like the cover.
Caitlin's also done a couple for my channels. She's done a couple of covers.
Okay.
But for the most part, yeah, my wife does do all my covers.
Is she a cover artist or does she just work for you?
She just does it for me.
Gotcha.
She joined a Photoshop group on Facebook, and she started learning to do Photoshop stuff.
Gotcha.
So I was like, so you just start making my covers then. It'll give you practice.
That's right. Right on. Okay.
Awesome.
But now we're starting to actually we're adding new voice actors in my stories and stuff now too. So
great. That'll be exciting.
And the one coming out on YouTube, it's going to be a little bit, but it's going to be a lot bigger of a production. It's going to be told more like it's actually happening than like a story.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The action in it.
It's like the old radio shows, kind of.
Cool.
That's what I'm going for, actually, is the old radio show feel.
Awesome.
That's cool.
You're going to have sound effects and lightning and like shoes walking across the floor and stuff? Because I think that's so cool.
Oh, yeah. We do that in my stories now, too. But, yeah, these ones are going to be...
I didn't realize that.
Cool. These ones are going to be a big production. It's going to be... Like, each character will have their own voice, and it's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, it'll be worth it.
It'll be worth it.
That's awesome. Exciting.
That's in the works.
Good.
So we're going to do that one on YouTube, and then the other one it's called The Book of Discovery, and that we're going to do that one on a podcast.
Awesome.
You have 2 different platforms.
There'll be physical copies of the book.
Sure.
Yeah, I like to spread myself out.
You have to.
Yeah, try lots of different.
Sometimes I spread myself a little too thin, but you know.
Yeah, I get you. And you've got all this work to do. Yep.
Yep.
Keeps you busy.
It
Yeah,
does.
it gets tricky sometimes for sure.
Sure.
But the same with you guys with doing this and the podcast and juggling your day jobs too. It's a challenge. And then families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on that we got to try to push through.
Yeah. See, we do most of our recording on Sunday. It's our dedicated day. So we know not to plan except during the summer when we're
we can't help it.
vacationing and things like that.
Right.
We try really hard to keep our Sundays open for each other to do the podcast. I do the research typically on Saturdays because I have the whole day. And I can't tell you how many times I walk in Sunday and I'm like, okay, we can do this one, but after that, I've got to finish writing.
Today
I had half of the Am I the Asshole written, and I'm like, okay, I gotta finish writing this up.
And then our microphones, so we had to charge that.
Yeah.
So Kristen,
yeah, it's always something.
Yeah, that's smoke breaks. I look for the smoke breaks too. So
sure, that's funny.
That's helpful. But yeah, it's always something.
Go outside and find some shade.
Burn my flesh.
Yep, it does burn your flesh.
But I am glad you guys have pushed forward. I do enjoy watching your videos. And
great,
thank you.
Is your podcast going good?
It seems to be. We're up to, I think, 117 subscribers on YouTube. And then I post everything through Buzzsprout, so I don't really see individual platforms like Apple Podcasts and Spotify and things like that. I just figured out how to look at Spotify and see numbers, and I had 32 followers on there. So I was like, that's exciting. Because
nice.
I didn't realize I had any. So.
Well, the podcast is a good idea because people listen to podcasts while they're working and stuff. It's a lot harder to work with YouTube video or like mine, a Rumble video. It's just so much easier to listen to a podcast while you're working.
Right. Yeah.
That's why I work indoors with detailers and body shop guys, and that's what they listen to all day. Is just they listen to podcasts all day.
That's what my kid does.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts also. Get in the car.
So that's it. That was a good idea for you guys to get on there.
Thank you.
Kristen's idea.
If it hasn't grown.
We went to dinner and Kristen said, hey, I want to start a podcast and I need you to help me. And I'm like, no idea what the hell to do.
We had fun though. The plotting and the planning and the.
When we remember to meet each other for dinner.
That happens.
We forget all the time now.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah, it was my way of killing time, I guess. Needing to channel energy into something.
Right.
So
when you're a creative type person and you don't have anything to channel that into, it gets rough. Your brain goes crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
is for sure.
Yeah, and she was on board. She's a writer, so she was. I love history, so it's like this is what I want to do, and she said, "I'll sit by you."
Nope, she told me coming up with the title was my job. So I threw a bunch of words together, and the Am I the Asshole? I love that on Reddit, and so we do our historical. We don't do anything political because we don't do anything more recent because nobody needs to have an opinion about it. They can that's why everything comes from 100 years ago, 50 years ago, 36 years ago.
Yeah.
So that,
they are very interesting.
They're what?
Do what?
Yeah, they're very interesting too. You get a lot of those people, I never even heard of them.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I look for. I don't want to. I want it to be something new. To people, so people they haven't heard of, and So I do
Yeah.
lots of research,
Lots of deep diving.
lots of deep diving. Carol gives me ideas, but I always start with somebody that's famous and go down rabbit trails to find the person, the obscure person that influenced something.
Yep. We just did the Flying Dutchman today. That was fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it'll be out in a couple of weeks. That one was fun. And
So
then we
something
did-
interesting to me, Carol, how do you pick your character names?
I go and I search through baby names, but I never look at A because inevitably I will find something at the beginning and I'm like, all of my characters will have A names. So I start like at O and I just go from there. That's
Nice.
about it.
That's the way I do it too. Just
Or look
jump
at
on there.
like Hungarian baby names because you don't want to have just like Tiffany and Jessica and like names that everybody else has. So I
Yeah.
can't. I hate reading something when there's names that are so difficult that I can't say them. I end up giving them my own name because I'm like, this has got 26 letters in it, and I'm not sure how to, like the Targaryens. I can say that one, but that's only because I've watched Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon and all that. But some of those are, so I just give them my own name when I'm reading something.
Children have unique names.
They do.
Because of weird names I've read in books. That my middle daughter's name is Ianthe. I cannot tell you how many times I have heard that's not a real name. Yeah, it really is. It's in baby books even.
Yeah.
But it was the main character of a book I read right after I had my oldest daughter, and there's a almost 7-year age gap.
You're like, I have to have a baby so I can name somebody.
I wanted to change my baby's name from Ainsley to Ianthe. I held on to that name for 7 years.
Sad. No changing. No take backs. No take
Didn't
backs.
tell anybody so nobody would steal it from you.
Right. My sister actually said when I was pregnant with my third daughter, she bought me a baby names book because she said she wanted me to find names from a baby names book instead of getting them from the back of a shampoo bottle. I'm like, but look it up. Your niece's names are in that book. I promise.
Yeah.
Well, it's harder for people to pronounce, but it's funner to give your kids unique names.
Yeah.
How many
Ryans have
do we
unique names?
Mine don't.
Yeah. How many Raymonds do we need in the world? There's plenty of those.
Kristen. Do you know how many Kristens were born in 1983? Every female born in 1983's name is Kristen, with the exception of like 5. I went to my school had at the most 12 people in my class, and there were 2 Kristens.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, we named our daughter Ayla.
Oh.
That's from a book also. I didn't know about it, but I guess it's called Clan of the Cave Bear.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, that's where it came from. And
God, I read that a long time ago. Like a long time ago.
Yeah, so you know that one?
Yes. The movie, Daryl Hannah is in it. Like I said, I read the book in like junior high or high school. I can't remember, but yeah, Clan of the Cave Bear. It is a thing.
I believe you.
It's
It's a pretty name, though.
What's that?
My youngest son is named in one of my books. His name's Arayan.
Oh, cool.
I like that name.
Yeah.
That's been my stories. He's named after one of my characters in my books.
That's awesome.
That's neat.
That's awesome.
Neat. Let's see.
And you have 4, right? 4 kids?
Yep, 4. 4 little shitheads.
Yep.
Aw, awesome.
That aren't so little anymore.
We each have 3. 3 and 3.
Yep, I have 3 girls.
I have 3
boys.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom.
Which is easier? Boys or girls?
Boys.
Girls.
Boys.
I don't want a boy.
I didn't want any girls. I was a girl that had a mother, and that was some hell. And I will take a boy any damn day.
Oh
For
no,
sure.
I love my girls. We have a blast.
Me and my boys do
I
too.
have a blast with my girls.
My boys were easy.
I wouldn't know how to relate to a boy.
I wouldn't know what to do, girl. I kind of have girls now. I mean, my son, I have a son that's engaged. I have a son that has found the girl. I know she's the girl. And then my other son is just kind of he's going to culinary school and working and just being awesome. He hasn't found the girl yet.
That's all right. You got to figure out who you are sometimes.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, my thing is going to kick us off.
It's ending our meeting shortly.
It is.
Oh, okay.
But we can always have another meeting.
That's right. Is there anything you want to say before we go?
Just keep your eyes open. Tales from Deranged Minds. They're coming quick.
Great. Yes, I'm working on mine. I'm working on mine for the winter.
Well, we're excited.
Good.
We're really excited. It's really coming from 4 to, I just messaged. We were supposed to have 6, 2 dropped out on the first one, but just to have, that was my first book, and to just have people just send me their stories, it's pretty crazy. I'm glad that people have that much trust in me to get all this put together.
Right.
It's very humbling. I'm glad everybody can count on me. It's nice.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, it is awesome. Well, we will look forward to that and look forward to your podcast coming up and your solo books. And we will have you back on to talk about all of that.
For sure.
Absolutely. Anytime.
All right. Well, thank you, Ray.
You bet. You guys have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.